Well, hey there, welcome to day 1009 of What You Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting my business or my online journey as I transition from the brick and mortar corporate world of businesses to the online world. Some big, some small, corporate, mostly big companies work for, and actually huge companies, some of the biggest, best companies in the entire universe, or in I guess the world. We're just talking the world. The universe is a bit of an overstatement. So today, day 2 of the No Nonsense November. Every day I'm sharing a tool of the day, or a tool a day, that people can use to transform their life, that they can learn and grow and transform from. Some of the tools that I've used over the last, I've been here 6 decades. Probably didn't use some of them until I was at least 10 or 20. But a lot of them, that still means I've been using them for 30, 40 years. So today we talk about affirmations. And I did kind of a meat-axe job of it. Went over 10 minutes, but luckily I didn't commit that I was going to stay under 10 minutes. But I didn't have any kind of format. I just started talking about affirmations. And so I want to, going forward, come up with a format that I'm going to share the tool. I want to come up with a daily no nonsense November format. Here's the tool. Here's where it came from. Here's how to use it. Here's some thoughts about how to use it. Always make it your own. And here's maybe an example or two of how I have personally experienced and used and benefited from this particular tool. And I didn't have a format like that today. I just kind of felt like a rambling goof, pretty much like I feel with this particular segment every day. Just start talking about what we're working on. So that was the No Nonsense November. Most people have No Shave November. I'm going to do No Nonsense November, mainly because I couldn't think of another name for the November not challenge, but to do something every day, to show up consistently, to make sure that I am challenging myself to find things that I've used before and re-evaluate, re-look at them. Actually did an inner child exercise today, this morning, as I was first waking up, as part of my morning routine, which was really, really interesting. I didn't know it would be that interesting, but I found it really, really interesting. And I am going to have to journal about it. I didn't write about it and journal about it. I did it in my meditation time, and I didn't journal about it, but I'm going to, because, and I think I'm going to try it for another couple of days. It's a tool I haven't even talked about yet, and it's a tool I personally haven't ever used or done. It's combining meditation and inner journals and visualization, but I've never done any inner child things before, so it's actually kind of fun. And like everybody else, I have some things from when I was young that I picked up along the way through no fault of anyone's, not even my own, but I picked up and I've carried them with me throughout my entire life. And only now, when you're slowing down, you have time to reflect and look back on things, you see that you have been behaving, or you do have certain patterns that you're following that may or may not be serving you. And I've got a couple that aren't really in my best interest. They're not hurting me, but they're not serving me very well either. So I want to go back and I want to say, okay, well, I understand. I don't, everything, and here's a couple schools of thought. I was talking to my sister about this yesterday. A couple schools of thought on fixing things from our past. Sometimes we don't have to go back and understand why and when and how and all the details of a trauma, or how something got stuck in our life, or stuck in our craw, or stuck, and we've gotten stuck in this loop of behavior and this pattern of behavior. And sometimes we do need to go back and clear and rewrite, and reimagine history and the past. But other times we can just, in other situations, we can just say, yeah, that happened. Obviously something happened that affected me. I'm not going to spend my time and energy going back and reliving my past and every experience that made me feel like I wasn't, good enough, or whatever, the feeling you're dealing with, and all the things I piled on it after I had that initial experience. I'm not going to go back and find that. I'm just going to say, that is absolutely a totally crazy, false belief. How am I going to behave going forward? And sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. It depends on where the belief or the situation or the event and the experience came from. But everything doesn't have to be dug up and reimagined and take 20 years to solve and fix. Some things, actually, nothing does. We can actually change and fix anything we want in an instant by us deciding to and making a choice. Now, people are going to get mad that I made that statement, because they're going to give me all kinds of reasons that that's not true and why they can't do it and whatever. But the truth is, and the fact is, our lives can change in an instant, either for the good or the bad, and that's actually entirely up to us. So, no nonsense November. Affirmations today. Fun challenge today was about when somebody blames you unfairly for something. So I call it blaming fun. Have you ever been blamed or accused of doing something that you positively absolutely did not do? Maybe somebody accuses you of saying something or talking behind their back or making something up or starting a rumor or eating the last cupcake, or it could be anything. But have you ever been blamed for something that you absolutely didn't do? That was our fun challenge today, which is, I don't think there's a person on the planet that hasn't been blamed for something or accused of something unfairly, or that they absolutely positively didn't have anything to do with. And then our idiom today was go bananas. Go bananas. Actually, that was a cheer in high school, wasn't it? Go bananas, go bananas. I knew that sounded familiar. Means to get excited, go crazy, either in a positive or negative way about something. And how does that impact us, our business, or our life? I actually think I did the shortest live on my personal page idiom sharing ever today with Go Bananas. I think it was under 2 minutes. I don't think I've ever done one that short. But then I got to thinking, all of my stuff should probably be pared down to about 1/4 of the length that it is. And if I add structure to it, maybe that will make that possible. But I want to make it a positive, good structure that makes me feel good about sharing it, not just the old way we learned how to write papers, or the old way that people teach you how to do content. Okay, tell them what you're going to tell them, then tell them it, then tell them again what you told them. I think that I understand if we're teaching a concept or a material or something we really want people to remember and learn, that's awesome. That's a great way to do it. But otherwise, it feels so inauthentic, and it makes me feel stupid when I feel like someone's repeating their same information 3 times in a 2-minute video. It just seems ridiculous and redundant. And if more people retain it because of that, well, more power to the person that's delivering it that way. But I'm going to choose to not deliver it that way and talk to people that are smarter. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I just think we so often dumb things down for people, and that comes from a place of assuming that they're not smart enough to think for themselves and figure it out and understand the things that we're saying and doing and sharing. And I find that really insulting. I mean, it works great for marketing if you're selling people stuff. If you're just teaching people things and sharing information and content, I think that should come in a different format than the way we feed people marketing and manipulative information. Now, isn't it interesting that I'm combining marketing and manipulation in the same sentence? Marketing is just education about what's available. Sales, I guess I'm thinking of more sales as being and sales tactics and strategies as being manipulative. They don't have to be, but they often are. And I think you get away from that by actually matching what you have to offer with the people that it's really for, to serve. If you're throwing it out to everybody, I think that's when sales becomes sleazy and it's not marketing. It's just, throwing spaghetti against the wall and seeing what sticks. Never done that. I don't think I'll ever do that. It might make a fun challenge, though. We could do a spaghetti against the wall challenge. I wonder how many people would actually do that. I bet 1 million people would actually do that, especially if there was a good prize for the best spaghetti against the wall sharing. I don't even know what made me think of that. How ridiculous. So that was Go Bananas was the Supersize Your Business piece today, as well as just on my profile to share what I'm doing. And actually, I do that, and I do the fun challenge every day just to warm up my voice, because I do my videos early in the morning, and sometimes I sound like Gravel Gertie first thing in the morning, so I need to wake my voice up. And so I decided I would do a challenge a day, and I've done it. Now this is the 3rd year with the fun challenge. And secret out of the bag, cat out of the bag, I've already got next year's challenge picked out, but I'm not going to say what it is. But I've already got every day, because I need something to warm my voice up every day. So I'm working ahead. And people are probably saying, okay, oh my God, why are you showing up every day? Who the heck listens to you or watches you or wants to hear you talk about what you're doing in your business every day? Probably not very many people, but there also are people that will pop in and they'll hear this video and it'll be the first one that they hear, and they'll be like, okay, maybe I can learn something from somebody that's been in business for 47 years. Maybe I can save myself some time and energy by not doing all the stupid things that she's done. So that, I did think very briefly about the Challenge Summit yesterday, and that I should probably start thinking about what I want to do, what I want to interview people about, and the people I'd like to invite. Who do I want to invite on that? I'd love to know who you would like to hear from with respect to challenges. Do you want to hear from people that have overcome challenges, or do you want to hear from people that are using challenges to reach more people? What do you want to hear? What do you want to do? What do you want to know? And maybe I will do a combination of both. I'm thinking I'll do a combination of both, because I think there's a track of people that want to know challenges are awesome. How can I use them to grow and build my business? And then there's another group that says, I'm facing challenges all the time. I want to know how and what to do, and how other people have survived and overcome, insurmountable odds and challenges, things that I can't even imagine. Because I think that so often we feel like we're alone and we're the only one facing something. But almost anything you can imagine, anything you can describe, anything you're facing, there are literally thousands, if not millions of people experiencing the exact same thing. It's different for you because you experience things through your unique persona and body and life and your past experiences, just like they do. But it doesn't mean there aren't similarities. So instead of focusing on what's different, if we focus on what's similar and what we can learn from other people, we can really shortcut the process of anything we want to do, be, or have. That's it. That's all I've got today. It's an awesome Monday. I love Mondays. I don't know about other people, but Monday is one of my favorite days of the week. Actually, I like all 7 days. I'm pretty excited every day that I wake up. But I absolutely, positively love Mondays. I think they're awesome. So have a fantastic day. If I can help you in any way, ask in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll be back tomorrow with day 1010 of documenting my business journey, my offline to online transition and journey. Take care.